Hello everyone, my name is Jojo. Welcome to my channel Joyroute-jojo. In the previous video, we learned about the concept of Windows Update. We learned about the feature update, quality update, and all about the update rings. So all these concepts are explained in detail in the previous video. So please check the description or the end screen to watch the video. And I request you all to please subscribe and support me. I'm sure you are all aware how the YouTube algorithm really works. So hence, if you really like it and you find it helpful to you, please do subscribe and support me. And if you have any suggestions or questions, please mark it in the comment section. All right. So before we proceed to the practical session, we should know the concept of rings, update ring. Normally in Windows Update, as soon as the latest feature update or quality update get released, it's not directly updated to all the machines. No, it's not like that. Generally, system admins apply the update to few non-critical machines, less severe machines, and monitor how it behaves. Only then it apply to the broader devices, to broad devices. So there comes the concept of ring. It is something like we group the machine according to the severity, criticality, and time frames, and then apply the patches and update to those rings. So in the last video, I have showed it to some PPT. We'll check the same PPT here. Normally, we have three types of rings: preview, limited, and broad. Preview is nothing but we are grouping the machines to the group called preview and to the another group called limited and broad. Normally, the member of preview group will be our IT people. As soon as a latest Windows update or patches get released, it get applied to the preview group members, to our IT people, so they can monitor it, how it behaves, and if is there any issues or problems to that latest update with that latest update, and then they can apply to the limited group or to the broader group. Limited group, it is something like who required some special care. It vary according to the organization structure. Altogether, what you have to understand, limited means it reads some special care or special machines. And the broad is something our production environment to our all the broad devices, to all the other devices in our production environment. So we group it according to the criticality and the time frames. Now I want to show you how we can manage our update settings for Windows using Intune. So here we are in the intune.microsoft.com, click on devices and scroll down and click on Windows. Scroll down, we have update rings for Windows 10 and later, feature updates for Windows 10 and later, quality updates for Windows 10 and later, and some driver updates for Windows 10 and later. So when we check our client machines or our laptops, normally Windows update, they are just coming from internet. They are coming from Microsoft, from internet. So everything we manage just by the default automatic settings in Windows. But what I want to do is I want to control things through Microsoft Intune. Now, one thing that it is recommended that you do when you are going to work with update, you create group that are specific to be the update that you want. All right. So you might have three different update rings that you want, that are preview update ring, limited update ring, and broad update ring. And you want to base these group on what the schedule is, what the settings and schedule is going to be. So I go over the groups and let's create a new group here. So I'm clicking on new group. It's a security group and we name it as preview group, preview ring group. If you want to give any description, you can provide it here, and you can add the members to this group. I'm adding one member to this group and select it. So two members I have added to this group, and I'm creating a group here in the name of preview ring group. Now we create another group in the name of limited update group, limited update ring. And if you want to provide any group description, you can provide it here and add the members to this group. I'm selecting two members to this group and I'm creating a new group here, the name of limited update ring. Now we'll create one more group in the name of, we'll name it as broad update ring, and we assign members to this, and I am updating to locating to two particular uses here and create it. Now we are going to update rings for Windows 10 and later. And this is where we could create our actual update rings that would associate with these groups. Right. So we will click on the create profile. From there, we'll call the preview ring. We name it preview ring, and click on next. And then at this point, we answer a few settings that we want. For example, do we want to allow product update? Yes. So like something like allow. Does we required Windows drivers? We allow it. Quality update deferral period, we make it 0 because it's a preview ring, so we required these quality updates immediately. So we do the same thing with the feature updates deferral period, we keep it as 0. And they are asking us to upgrade Windows 10 devices to latest Windows 11 release. We can provide either yes or no, so let it be no here. Pre-release build as enable, or you can mention is not configured. Now we move to the user experience, how it should behave in the user in the client machines. So automatic update behavior, auto install at maintenance time. So the active hours, we can mention it at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For the preview ring, we mention it as 8 p.m. to 5 p.m., 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or for other machines, we can make the changes accordingly. And option to pause Windows update, we can enable it. And option to check Windows updates, we can enable it. It's again depends upon your requirement. So you can set the deadline for future update. You can set it here like 30 days. Deadline for quality updates, you can set it as 30 days. And grace period, you can mention it at 7. And auto reboot before deadline, you can enable it according to the your wish. And you can click on next. Now we assign this to the particular group. We have already created a group. Now we are going to assign this to the preview group. So I select for the preview. So we have preview ring group. So I allocate this particular profile to that preview ring group. Click on next and create it. Now we have already created a preview ring file. In the same way, we have to create two other file here, one for the limiter ring and another for the broad ring. So for I'm creating another profile for the limited ring, naming it as limited ring, and giving the same name as a description here, and click on next. So this is specifically for some special machines. So we can have the Microsoft product update, but not Windows drivers. So I'm blocking the Windows drivers here. Quality update deferral period, it can be not immediately. Let it be after 5 days. Feature update deferral period, again I'm giving as 5 days. Upgrade Windows 10 and latest version, let it be no. Pre-release build, it is not required here. And active hours, it may be for the special group, they may be working in a different time zone. So we may select it as something like 1 p.m. to um, 11 p.m. or something like according to our organization requirement and needs. And option to pause the Windows update, we can either enable or disable it. The same way, check for the update, we can either enable or disable it. If required, you can give some deadline settings. Presently I'm not configuring anything, and let's click on next. This profile is allocated to our limited update ring. So I'm searching for the limited update ring, and we select it and assign to a particular group. We click on next, review, and create it. So the second profile has been created. Now we'll move and create the third profile, and this time we name it as broad ring, and we copy the same and paste it here. And it's not compulsory that you should name it like broad ring or limited ring or view ring. You can name it according to your requirement and needs and your understanding. So you can name it as you wish. Click on next. And here again, Microsoft updates, I'm allowing it. Windows drivers, allow. Quality updates, deferral period, I'm giving it as 30 days. And here again, I'm giving it as 30 days. It's not configured. Enable pre-release build, I am not configuring it. Active OS, you can mention it accordingly. Pause Windows, option to pause, you can enable or disable according to your needs. And these settings, you can check it out according to your needs and fix it and set it accordingly. I'm leaving it just my intention to just show you what all options we have on all the profiles. That's it. I'm clicking on next and allocating to the broad group. Select click on next and create it. So presently we have three profiles, one for the preview ring, another for the limiter ring, and for the broad ring. And now we will start creating the feature updates and quality updates. Now we will create a feature update for Windows 10 and later. So now keep in mind that the machine that are linked to this feature update for Windows 10 and later will be affected by the ring that is associated as well. So even if you know even update is available, that machine will have to pay attention to the ring. Whatever the ring says, then it makes it available. So let's create a profile and I name it as production update for Windows 11, and I provide the same description here, and we can provide the rollout option here and click on next. So you can allocate to particular group. So here if you allocate this to view ring, view a group, then what happens, immediately they get the features. So if you are allocating to the broad devices group, what happens, it takes whatever settings we have given in the ring settings, in rings general setting, that will take effect here. If it is given 30 days, update should be taken after 30 days, then the update will be feature update will be taken only after 30 days. To the group, what all general settings we have provided in the rings, that will take an effect. So the same thing here for the quality updates for Windows 10 and later, you can create a profile and allocate to a ring. What all rings are associated to that groups, that will get applied, and the time frame, everything will be taken from that ring. So that's all about feature updates and quality updates. We will see how we can monitor it and how all the troubleshooting, all that we will see in the coming video. Till then, goodbye.